Welcome to Let's Talk Dementia. I'm glad you're here today, and we're going to talk about Medicaid. Ugh, it's not a fun subject, but it's a question that has come up by my friend Karen, and I wanted to answer that for her today. But let me know what's on your mind as you're traveling this caregiving journey of dementia, just like I am. And I know that there are times that you're frustrated and confused and you just wonder. So write me, and maybe I can help you in that answering of your questions. Email me at carol@letstalkdementia.org, or you can just write a message down below in the comments. Give us a thumbs up. That would be so nice. I appreciate that. Well, so Karen wrote me and said, Carol, how come Medicaid has written asking for money back now that my mother has passed away? Well, that's a very good question. And Karen, I'll bet when that letter came, you were like, what? What is this? How could this have happened? I was not expecting it. Been there, done that, and did not buy the t-shirt because it was not a fun experience. Let me take you back in time a little bit to another caregiving journey that my husband and I had where we cared for his mother. And his mother wound up needing skilled nursing. She had no assets to speak of short of the house that she had built with her husband how many ever years ago. That's all she owned. And so her acceptance into the skilled nursing community was that of a Medicaid acceptance. She lived there until she passed away, which was not terribly long, maybe, I don't know, 5 or 6 months. During that time, we knew we needed to sell her house. Well, yeah, during that time, we knew we needed to sell her house, but during that time, her son was living in that house. After she passed, we made arrangements for him to move somewhere else, put the house on the market so that we would have those assets whereby to care for my husband's brother, my brother-in-law. We did all kinds of work to that house. I painted till I was sick of it and cleaned out and work. Sold it. Yay, life is good. And then the letter from Medicaid came, and they basically were asking payment back to equal almost what we got from selling that dang house. We couldn't believe it. Well, come to find out, this is how it works. Medicaid does not hold against you the value of your house and usually one car when applying for benefits. So you can receive benefits if you still own a house. Now, if you've got other assets, all bets are probably off there, but you can own a house and usually one car. You can especially own that house if there's someone still living in it. But when you die and that asset is sold, then Medicaid puts their hand out and says, we want some of our money back. And that sum of money they want back will be in direct correlation to what you got from selling that asset. My, oh my, if only we had have known that before we did all that dang cleaning and painting and putting on the market and keeping the grass mowed, paying the power bill. Oh my goodness. We did not come out ahead by, I don't know, $2,000-$3,000. But my word, our time was worth a whole lot for the amount of hours we put into that. So that's the way that works. So don't think just because your loved one is receiving Medicaid that Medicaid won't later come back and make a claim against an asset that they held while they received benefits and that you sold after their death. Oh well, if someone had said to us early on, if you will sign over her house to us, she can live in a skilled nursing community for the rest of her life and we'll pay for it, we would have signed up for that in a minute. And in effect, that's what happened. So that's how we looked at it. My mother-in-law was well cared for. She was close by and we could go visit with her and be with her to her last days. So, you balance it, right? All of life is a juggling act, and if you're like me, you just stink at juggling. My mom is actually pretty good at it. Well, she used to be. She would not be now. That's just the way it works with Medicaid. Medicaid is different by state, so you do need to check with each state. I'm telling you of a South Carolina experience. I believe North Carolina is very similar, but do check on it by state. But Medicare, again, is not going to pay for assisted living. Medicaid will pay for skilled nursing. Medicaid will pay for assisted living in certain instances, but it has to be an assisted living that accepts Medicaid. Those are few and far between, let me tell you, folks. But I can help you with some. If you're looking for a Medicaid community, I can refer you to some that I know of in the York County, South Carolina area, and Mecklenburg County, North Carolina area, as well as in Gaston County, North Carolina. That's really the only ones I'm familiar with, unfortunately. Hope that might have enlightened you, Karen, as to why you got that letter. You may have already gotten that answer by now, but oh well, such is life. So let me know if you have any questions. Leave me a question down below, and I'll be happy to answer you and see, can I be a service to you. Do you guys see the red bed over in the corner? Let's see, I've got to point opposite, right over there. That's my cat, Carson. He's sound asleep. My dog Zoe is laying in the floor, and we're just hoping she stays quiet through this, and you don't have to hear her bark because it will hurt your ears. I always like to leave you with something funny, and here is the joke for today. The head of human resources is interviewing a potential candidate for the open position of corporate attorney. Would you consider yourself an honest lawyer? The HR person asked in the interview. Honest? The lawyer responds, let me tell you how honest I am. My father sold everything he had to put me through law school. After my very first case, I paid him back in full. Well, that's very impressive, the HR person admits. Curious, what was the case? The attorney fidgets in his seat and he says, well, my dad sued me for the money. Not a good situation, huh? Oh, I hope you have a good caregiving journey. Find something to smile about. Find something to giggle about. And if you're like me, I am trying so hard to take that negativity that falls on me and throw it away. I don't need it. Neither do you. Blessings and smiles on your day.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel. When you subscribe, you'll be able to stay up to date on our latest videos, and all of the videos are free. Check out my book, Let's Talk Dementia. It is available on Amazon. The link is in the description below. Blessings and smiles.